Hey everyone, it's Kristen from Kristen Smith Coaching. Hey, thanks for visiting my website and particularly this page. You found this page researching the Tearless Transition Program, and right below me you're actually going to see an area that you can listen to a recording, which is basically the introduction to the Tearless Transition Program. Now listen, the reason why this program was created was because far too many women face transitional times in their life that can feel great and that can feel kind of gunky. And it's important to a woman to really protect their life empire, because as women, we tend to really get stuck in times of transition. Now, whether those transitions are invited and welcomed, let's say for an example, a promotion. You may really work hard to get a promotion. You may have received formal education for it, maybe made sure that you met so many parameters in your career world to be considered for the promotion, and you get the promotion, which is something you always wanted, but what you didn't anticipate in that transition is now your colleagues are your employees, you have longer work hours, maybe you're traveling more, and this exciting period in your life has now found you very confused and distracted and disappointed and stuck. That's an example of something that was good or intended to be good that's actually transitioned into a place where you feel stuck. And other transitions can look very ugly, right? They can be divorce, they can be chronic illness, they can be job loss, career confusion, role reversal, you name it, it's there. So what I have determined through my own transitions in my life is that there just aren't enough resources out there that move past the idea of actually just surviving. So you see, I think as women, we were intended to push through, to propel forward, and to actually thrive in times that are transitional for us. And I think that there are some basic principles, strategies, and skill sets that every woman should actually arm herself with when facing just life in general, right? Transitions such as actually going from one career to another. Maybe you have been a stay-at-home mom and now you're venturing off back into the professional world, or maybe the professional world for the first time. Maybe you're obtaining an education. So as you can see, as women, intellectually, we're always moving forward, right? We want to be our best. We want to be our best for ourselves, for others. We have servant hearts, and we really want to blossom in times that are moving, because life moves, right? And we have one life, only one life to live. And most of us here on this earth want to live a happy, satisfying, and absolutely significant and meaningful life. But sometimes when we're faced with transitions, it can leave us into a place that we're just like stuck, where we could be stuck in overwhelm, we could be stuck not knowing what the next move is, or maybe because of a transition, we actually are fearful, right? The word fearful to move forward. And we actually start to invite a limiting belief system into our mind, body, and soul that actually harnesses our ability to move forward. I have experienced my share of tough, disappointing, painful times in my life, very, very painful. The recent one being the death of my mom. And, a lot of what I've been through should, societally place me in a position of actually just being stuck. And often people would say, gosh, how are you bouncing back? I was able to bounce back and really put my feet on the ground and become centered and grounded and move and channel my energy towards inviting a tier in my practice, which is actually going to be working with families that are dealing with the same condition and terminal illness my mom did. So I feel like in this life that we're actually meant to learn things from the painful, tough, and even happy experiences we're going through in our life. You see, transitions really mean that we're ending something, right? We're actually saying goodbye to what was once before, which is now moving towards something different. And if you are not really great at saying saying goodbyes or goodbyes, or you walk away or you avoid and you escape, that actually is inviting the opportunity for that to impact you in other areas of your life where you are transitioning, right? Sometimes our transition is showing up in our life when we start to make a change. And I think it's important as women to move powerfully with a thriving mentality versus just surviving. And that's what the Tearless Transition Program is all about. It's actually creating user-friendly, very easy life exercises that invite life-changing principles into your life so that you can move forward and you can propel forward and you can actually, create a sense of meaning as to why you went through what you went through, why some of the gunk in your past is actually still harnessing you down from living the life, the one life that you deserve to live, right? So many of us, if you take a second and think about it, you could actually go, you know what? That transitional period in my life actually is what's keeping me like in the quicksand here where I'm just sinking and withering away and not actually unleashing my potential or living the life that I know that I'm capable of. So many of us as women, we have servant-like hearts and we want to give back and we want to serve and we want to be doing the things that we love that make us feel good and that are happy. But yet some of us aren't making that particular transition in our life, and there's got to be a reason. So the Tearless Transition Program is really focusing on helping women just like you to hold on to some strategies and basic principles, right, that actually keep you focus, like laser sharp focus on thriving and not just settling for surviving during transitions. And some of you might actually be in a place that you're just not moving. You're not moving. So regardless of why that is, you want to move, you know you need to make a change. A change is inevitable for you. But you're stuck and you're like on that hamster wheel, right? You're just spinning and spinning and spinning and going through the same patterns and routines and you don't know why. And I actually would love the challenge to tell you that I really think it's because of how you move through transitions, your ability to let go, your ability to cope with what once was to what now is. And this program is super, super easy to understand, follow, and it creates an awakening internally for you so that you can start to rely and pull from your internal compass and move, right? And to move powerfully. You see, when we go through transitional periods in our life, we don't want to lose sight of what's strong in our life, right? You know, our children, our careers, our home, maybe finances, whatever it is. We've built a empire, let's just say, in our life, and we want to protect that. And when we're in transition, we tend to put a lot of our time and energy into this place of transition, and that's okay. But we don't want to get stuck there, and we certainly don't want to lose focus on, the rest of our life. And I know when I was going through, the situation of my mother and caregiving for her and her terminal illness, as well as going through the loss of a financed $2 million business plus, and going through some relationship issues and different things that I had to go through, and career confusion and career loss and identity and all of that, that I found so many things that really would help me focus on getting back up and surviving and some strategies, but the resources didn't really create a sense of inner force and energy for me, or increase my personal mojo to actually dig deeper, go on that archaeological dig and find out the why, and to use it as a gem to help me move forward. So that's what the Tearless Transition Program is. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun exercises, and it's self-paced. So if you're like me, who's when am I going to have time to do all of this that I've overcommitted to? This program is you're going to have some recordings and some easy life exercises that's going to really help you to understand, uncover, and let go, like let go with power and thrive and move forward. Because again, you have this one life to live, and I believe you are meant to live peacefully and happily, and your little inner princess that we used to always imagine, the created dream life that we wanted to live, I believe that that's still there for you. And I believe that it's our divine design to really be able to unleash our gifts that we were blessed with in this world and use them. But we can't use them if we're not believing in ourselves, and we're self-sabotaging with limited beliefs that we're not good enough, we're not strong enough, we're not smart enough, or I don't want to feel rejection again, or I don't want to experience a loss. I'm going to safeguard everything and hold it so close to the vest that I can't even let go of it, so that what I love, can blossom itself. So there's a lot in this program that I think is really going to move and challenge you to step up and live your best life. And I think that you can do it no matter what you're facing in this life. I speak to you not only from a formal education level, not from, being a certified coach level, but from the level as a woman who has experienced a heck of a lot in her life, that has a personal mission that I do believe is my God-given calling to actually influence, bless, and create opportunities for women to actually thrive and use their own gifts. So again, thank you so much for visiting. Don't forget to hit play just below this video and listen to the Tearless Transition introduction. If you have any questions, concerns, you can always email me, and I'll be glad to get back to you and answer any questions that you have. Again, thanks for carving out this time for you, because you're worth it, you deserve it, and I'll see you on the other side in the class. Thanks so much.